let's just go ahead and get started. In today's short video, we're talking about content marketing and the 4 forms of content that you should be marketing to generate leads and sales for your business. So let's get into it. If you don't know me by now, I'm Ace Cortez, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur, and my entire mission in life is to empower you economically through financial literacy with a strong emphasis on personal brand development and entrepreneurship. Obviously, we're on the entrepreneurship kick with this content marketing strategy. So just so you know, man, if you ain't shouting you out, I don't know who is. So in video 1, we talked about 3 reasons to lead with value. Content marketing should be value driven and solving problems for your followers, right? It's going to help you build your authority. It's going to help you sort the traffic, and then it's going to help with your engagement, because nobody comments, likes, or shares a video or a post or anything that's not bringing them some sort of value. So that's got to be your focus. Today, we're talking about the 4 types of content that you should be marketing, and they're based on the 4 ways that we communicate, right? Written word, spoken word, the audio and video, as well as images. So when you break those 4 things down, there's a variation of content that you can market. Right now, I'm doing a video. I'm giving you value because I'm teaching you about the ins and outs of content marketing. If you're an entrepreneur, you probably appreciate this training, right? So this is video, which happens to be my favorite form of content marketing because primarily I'm a little lazy, right? So I don't write. I'm not good with images, but I'm not afraid to jump in front of a camera and teach what it is that I know. So video marketing should be used in your content marketing. And I know what you're saying, Cortez, but I'm nervous to get in front of a camera. You do not have to get in front of a camera. You do not even have to be on camera to use video marketing. In fact, some of my best and most viral videos that I've ever used to grow my brand had nothing to do with me whatsoever. So it's all about providing value, and sometimes that value is curated, sometimes it's created, and sometimes it's just documenting what it is that you do. And we'll go over that in a later episode in this series. So video is one form of content you should be using. And I know for a fact that I have Roland on, and he is in the physical fitness space. Why my brother isn't pumping out more and more videos on proper lifting techniques, proper lifting regimens, and teaching the appropriate amount of reps. When you think about the body and musculature, I mean, you can do 1,000 videos on every single muscle in the body, right? And that leads people back to you, because what videos will do is it says to somebody that you know what you're talking about. So demonstration videos are good. Screen share videos are good. You know, funny videos, the types of videos are just unlimited that you can do to grow your brand, right? So videos 1. When you think about the spoken word, what comes to mind in terms of content? You're probably thinking blogs, newsletters. How do you move someone with the written word? And that's what blogging, newsletters, newspapers, anything that's print that has words on it, that's could be part of the content that you're doing. Sometimes that's also a quote that's just on one of the colored backgrounds on these social media platforms. Sometimes it is a Facebook note, right? Facebook has its own little mini blog in the system where you can do a note and you just type out what it is that's on your mind. While some people will love to watch a video, other people love to read. So you could use written word to generate leads and write articles, blogs, a long form Facebook post, tweets, all of those things are based around the written word. This is content that you could be providing to your audience. But remember, it should be value driven. It should be problem solving, right? So I'll go back to my example with Ronald. He knows, because he's in the gym all the time, that certain people are making certain mistakes when they're doing certain exercises. So he can actually do video, or he can actually do an article on the 10 mistakes people are making when trying to get bigger biceps, right? That's a written article, and he can also do a video on that, and both pieces of content have their place. Some will enjoy the video more, some will enjoy the written content more. So you got video, and then you have written content. Number 3 is audio. When you think about audio, what comes to mind? Should be radio, should be podcasting, should be voice clips, things of that nature, where audio is the primary focus. So some people can communicate really, really well with the spoken word, but they don't like to be in front of a camera. So those people would be good on the radio or doing podcasting about things that their target audience cares about. And they start attracting the right people to their business and their brand. Dr. Regina, how are you? Welcome to the stream. So podcasting is a great way to put out content that you can solve people's problems by talking them through some of the mistakes they're making, some of the tips and strategies that you know about your niche, right? That's content, that is audio. And then last but not least, images. That's where your Snapchats and Instagrams of the world and your Pinterest actually live. See, some people can communicate an entire message with a single photo. That ain't me. I can't do that, right? And neither do I try. I stick to what I'm good at. And you don't have to do all of these forms of content marketing, but you should look at your strengths. If you are a strong writer, then write. If you are a strong speaker, but you don't like being on camera, then podcasting, internet radio, radio programs would be good for you. If or voiceover videos where you could actually do a video and you're showing slides and not your face, right? That's good for audio. Then you have the written word. Again, if you're a writer, write. If you're a good speaker, speak. If you're good on camera, then videos are good for you. And then if you're good with communicating messages through images, then use images. And clearly, all of these things can also be combined. So you can take an image and put a nice caption with it. That's the image and the written word combined. You can take an image and do a voiceover. So that's imagery and voice combined. You can take, like, and what I like to do, one of the types of videos that I like to do is PowerPoint presentation or screen share videos where I take written word and video and audio and I combine, and I'm basically reading points from an actual screen. And sometimes there's images involved too. So think about where you're strong at in some of these areas and start to determine how I can use content marketing based on my strength. And in a future episode, we'll talk about the difference between documentation, curation, and creation, right? Because those are forms of content marketing that a lot of people are asleep on. They think, a lot of times people think that I have to come up with the content. I have to go in a studio and produce the video to do video marketing. No, there's a gazillion ways to do video marketing, and you don't have to be involved in the recording or production of said video, right? And we'll talk about that in part 3 of this series. So you guys got any questions on content marketing before we wrap this thing up? Didn't want it to be too long, but I wanted to give you a couple of ideas to kind of get your wheels churning about the things that, the types of content that you can create. Really quickly, let me just say this. Your content should be value driven. It should speak to your audience and solve a problem that they have. It's going to create authority for your brand. It's going to create engagement because people like, comment, and share on the things that they feel have blessed their lives. And it's going to allow you to sort your traffic. So you can, and one other thing that I would say, that if you're using content marketing about a product or service that you offer, make sure that content is really talks about the payout or the benefits of your product and services and not your features. So if that makes sense to you, let me know. If you guys don't have any questions, I will turn you loose. But I'm super excited about helping you guys with this area of lead generation and sales generation, because the thing about these forms of communication, they last a long time on the internet. Videos last forever on YouTube. I get the other thing you got to realize about content marketing is the compounding effect for lead generation. What do I mean? If I put out a good video and that video is getting me 3 or 4 leads a week, that's great. And then I put out another video and that video is also getting me 3 or 4 leads a week. Now it's compounding on the video that I put out the first time. And then maybe I put out a podcast and that podcast is getting me 3 or 4 leads a week. Now my lead generation is compounding over time. And once I get 10, 15, 20 pieces of quality content out there, then my lead generation is just going to be steady. And then you continue to produce good quality content. Just trust me on this. Get over your fears or whatever they are. And you don't have to do all of these forms. Start with the one that you're good at. Written word, images, video, or audio. With today's technology, it doesn't take much of anything to get any of these things started. And like I said, next video, we'll talk about documentation, creation, and curation. And that's going to open up your eyes to more ways that you can do content marketing to help you generate an endless stream of leads. So with that being said, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I'm your boy, H. Cortez, the one and only financial health mentor. Until I talk to you next time, I want you to get your money up because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up.